Hey guys, welcome to another episode. This is ranking the studio albums by beloved pop rock, alternative rock band Everclear. They were at one time my favorite band ever. They have Everclear. They have since kind of went down on my list a little bit due to some albums on here that were less than stellar. But they're still a fantastic pop rock group, and we're going to dive right into what makes. We're going to rank the albums, starting with the worst and working our way up to what is the best, or what I consider the best. So, without further ado, this is ranking the studio albums by Everclear. We're going to start off. We're going to start with the worst. Of course, I don't own this one anymore because I did not enjoy it. It's a Welcome to the Drama Club. This was their first album after the lineup change where 2 out of the 3 members left the band. And despite Art Alakakis being the main songwriter for the group, it was just a huge departure from what you typically expect from an Everclear album. And it was not anywhere as good. I'm not sure exactly why the members left. There were some negative feelings towards each other, but Welcome to the Drama Club was just not good. There was a few decent singles. Hater and Glorious were okay, but other than that, the album just did not really sit well with me. Coming up next, as far coming in sort of at the bottom of the list, but better than Welcome to the Drama Club for sure, is their latest album, Black is the New Black. And I've got some issues with this one. I felt like on their album before this, I felt like they had course corrected a great deal and that they had sort of overcome the lineup shift. However, on this one, Art Alakakis is trying to take Everclear in a heavy metal or hard rock direction, and I don't think it fits with anything that they've ever attempted to do before. It's nice that they're trying something different, but it just doesn't really work in my opinion. This does have some good songs. The Man Who Broke His Own Heart is great. American Monster, Complacent, You, those are good. Other than that, the rest of this is just kind of it's produced by Art Alakakis, Carson Slovak, and Grant McFarland. Just not sure what's going on with this record. It's just here's the 5-piece Everclear. They're just all over this thing, but yeah, this one's okay. This is okay, but it's definitely the worst one that I own a physical copy of. It's better than Welcome to the Drama Club. We'll leave it at that. After this, I actually enjoy... now, they put out a lot of bad compilations that just weren't enjoyable. But after this, I actually enjoy the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I actually enjoy the next 7 albums. So it was really difficult for me to rank. But I'm going to have to put... this one is going to be coming in next. This was sort of part of a double album. Songs from an American Movie Volume 1 and 2. And this is Volume 2. A Good Time for a Bad Attitude. And while this one is good, there's some really great tracks on here. I just feel like some of these songs, again, kind of suffer from this alternative rock group trying to do a little bit more of a different sound and it not really working out so well. I do like Rockstar. I love Short Blonde Hair. Out of My Depth is classic Everclear. All Effed Up is great. Overwhelming and Songs from an American Movie Part 2 are some of the best. Absolutely love the album art on this one. The American American flag there. That's a gorgeous picture of those three guys. There's the smiley face. There's the guys again. Absolutely, like, really dug this record when it first came out. It hasn't really aged well, but produced by AP Alakakis. Pretty good album. It came out in 2000. Not anywhere near the quality of some of their other records, which are coming up right now. Please like and subscribe, guys. I know you guys are out there. I know you guys are watching. This is probably going to be my main content for a while. There's so much music out there to rank, and I'm going to rank every discography ever. Nobody else on YouTube is doing this. Anthony Fantano cannot do this. Crash Thompson can't do this. Sea of Tranquility could do this if he were just a little bit more open-minded about the 90s stuff. But that's where I come in. I am the Sea of Tranquility of the 90s, alternative and punk, right? Because he doesn't like that stuff. So, coming in next, very strange album, and this was 2003's Slow Motion Daydream. Another one I was in the throes of love with this band, and so this came out, and apparently there was a dispute with the record company. They wanted to use the New York Times as a sort of September 11th tribute, and Everclear wanted to release Volvo Driving Soccer Mom. So the band got what they wanted, and the record company let them release Volvo Driving Soccer Mom. A very strange single, very bizarre lyrics, kind of weird, and it's like it's supposed to be funny, but you're not quite sure if it is or not. I like it. I like the single a lot. Unfortunately, they made some people at the record company mad, and the record company did not promote this album at all. Not one bit. You got the music video for Volvo Driving Soccer Mom, and everything else is just pretty much thrown in the dumpster bin. And that was it. That was sort of the end of Everclear. I really like the album art. Pretty cool. There's the last time you'll see the trio together. Let's check it out. The question mark. Kind of cool. Ooh. Weird, but this album did not do well, despite it being a pretty good rock and roll record. Had a really cool album art. Yeah, How to Win Friends and Influence People, Blackjack, I Want to Die a Beautiful Death, The Volvo Driving Soccer Mom. I wish this album had done better. Maybe things would have turned out a little differently for the group. It looks like there was a lot of problems internally. Hey, somebody from the Foo Fighters, I believe, played organ on some of these. That's interesting. So there's a lot of internal problems with this. It looks like Art Alakakis is doing a lot as usual. Maybe just sort of overpowering the other two members. Maybe just having them along for the ride. Not really letting them do what they want to do. I did hear some things recently where they said that none of them were really friends, that like they wouldn't have hung out together if they hadn't been in a rock band. And that's unfortunate to hear about what was your favorite rock group of all time. I loved them, absolutely loved them for a long time. Unfortunately, that album was the beginning of the end for the really great era of Everclear. But we're going to jump around, go backwards, go forwards a little bit. The next album is from 1995 with Sparkle and Fade. After I fell in love with the late 90s to early 2000s Everclear, I went back because when you want to go back and hear the older stuff. And here's the band. This is, yeah, they're looking very different there. Very different band. And this is a very different type of material. I'm not sure what you would even categorize it as. Sort of a grunge type sound. But this is a great album with Electra Made Me Blind, Bleep Girl, You Make Me Feel Like a Bleep, Santa Monica, Summerland, Strawberry, Heart Spark Dollar Sign is one of my favorite songs of all time. If you just want to go through the highlights of Everclear, check out Heart Spark Dollar Sign. Really amazing track about interracial love. I know now. We will never find a place that we can just fit in. Me and my black girlfriend, my mom said not to bring her around, 'cause she's black, my family would put her down. I'll break the white trash ties that bind, trade a love so pure for hate so blind. Oh man, beautiful, beautiful track. The twist inside, Her Brand New Skin. They say you're leaving the Halem. They say you're leaving the Halem. Yeah, this is just a really beautiful album from '95. Check out those old pictures. Beautiful album cover of them as kids. Really have a lot of fond memories of this album. There's some punk rock shows from the earlier days. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous record in my collection. Really, really proud to have that one. Check it out for sure. We're getting into the real juicy stuff of Everclear, in my opinion. My opinion is correct, though. So we're going back even to the earlier days, some of the earliest days. It took me a while to track this down as a teenager, but I found it. Everclear, World of Noise, again produced by the lead singer. This is, if you've only heard the radio singles of Everclear, this one will take you aback. This is extremely abrasive. It's not hard rock or heavy metal, but, well, I would say it is hard rock. It's not heavy metal like Black is the New Black tries to be, but this is extremely different than what you know Everclear to be. Some pop music fans may not like this one as much. I really dig it. Some really great tunes on here. Your Genius Hands, Sick and Tired, The Laughing World. The Fire Maple song would be the one that I recommend the most. Very sad song about dying and just let the leaves just bury me, bury me. Oh man, Fire Maple song. Now I can't smile. Some of the saddest lyrics Art writes. Pennsylvania is wrong, nervous and weird. Another really huge highlight on here. Sparkle, Trust Fund, Loser Makes Good, Invisible, and Evergleam. This is a pretty great rough and tumble album. There's some stuff about AIDS on here. Nervous personalities, a lot of bad relationships gone worse. Just some real tragedy on there that I really could get behind and really relate to. Unfortunately, coming up, we got a more, well, it's not recent now. It's 20 years old now, hard to believe. But this is my third favorite Everclear album, and this is 2000's Songs from an American Movie, Volume 1, Learning How to Smile. Absolutely gorgeous record. Love these tuxedo pictures on the back. Love these guitars too. Look at those guitars. Oh my gosh. Oh, love the artwork here. Learning How to Smile. It's got the frowny face. I love how they inverted the they put the frowny face on this one instead of the more angrier one. Love that. You get this. I love that all three of these guys. So Greg Oakland did drums, backing vocals, and lead vocals on Honeymoon Song. Ukulele, orchestra bells, percussions, Aries, Crazy About the Color Taupe, and Happy Just Being Buddy. Art Alakakis, vocals, guitar, banjo, steel guitar, percussion, Aries, loves fluffy things, and the word Constantinople. Craig Montoya, bass, backing vocals, mandolin, percussion, Virgo, digs anything that smells like leather. That's weird. I don't remember that. But this is a lot of fun. The only thing that ever made sense to me are the words of the songs from an American movie. Here we go again. AM Radio was my family's favorite song by Everclear. A lot of great memories of singing about the AM radio. Brown Eyed Girl, a cover of the classic tune. Learning How to Smile is a great song. I'm just learning how to smile. It's not easy to do. Real tragic song about a couple that's just down on their luck and just horrible. The Honeymoon Song is a rarity where what's his name? We just talked about it. Greg on drums takes over lead vocals for the only time ever. So that's pretty cool. Now That It's Over is powerful. Thrift Store Chair, Otis Redding, Wonderful, and Annabella's Song. Just some real beautiful pop rock melodies on here. Kind of a mellow record in some places. Just a lot of fun. Wonderful is a wonderful tune. Please don't tell me everything is wonderful now. Everclear they were so good at writing sad songs. So good. That's just what made them great, was just their really sad songs. And we'll get into some of those really, really sad ones here pretty soon. Are you guys ready? I almost knocked the studio over. Are you guys ready for the 2 best Everclear albums of all time? Are you guys ready? I actually was really, I've talked a lot about how I felt like there was a major decline when Greg and Craig left the band and they were replaced by a bunch of, 3 or 4 people. And Everclear had sort of struggled with Welcome to the Drama Club not being so good. And then they started putting out just live albums and compilation albums. And it seemed like all was lost. Well, in 2012, they actually released this thing, and I was not expecting much. And it turned out to be my second favorite Everclear album ever. Got a guy and a girl floating there. It's called Invisible Stars. Came out in 2012. There's the new lineup. They're floating there. But yeah, this album is just gorgeous. It was not a success, I do not believe. I never heard anything about it on the radio. There are some music videos for it. But again, never heard the songs anywhere. But this album is amazing. For a 2012 Everclear record, this was everything I could have wanted it to be and more. Tiger in a Burning Tree kicks things off nicely. Falling in a good way. A lot of good storytelling here, just like the old days. Be Careful What You Wish For is really heartbreaking. Volcano, Santa Ana Wind. Wishing. I got to talk about Wishing. I would drive around with this song and just listen to it on repeat. If you don't listen to anything else by Everclear, listen to Wishing. The track 6 from Invisible Stars. Really heartbreaking, tragic romance gone bad. The next one is kind of in the same vein. I'm Better Without You. Kind of got some humor in it. My cat doesn't like you. He thinks I'm better without you. Aces is kind of a nice happy song, which is rare for Everclear. And Jackie Robinson talks about the struggles of African American characters in a really cool way. Really, Obama gets a shout out in that song, and it's a lot of fun. The Golden Rule, Rocket for the Girl, and Promenade finished the album off nicely. This is produced by Bob Horn on E1 Music, but I think this is just an amazing album to come from a 90s band in 2012. Pretty, not the greatest booklet, but pretty cool. Yeah, so you got the lineup is now Art with four or five other guys. Yeah, four other guys. There they are. Who knows who they are? I do, because they're in the liner notes that I just read. But do we really need to know? I mean, there's like Davey and who knows? I don't know. But this is a great album. This is their first and only great album by the new incarnation of Everclear, in my opinion. Really great. Really great. I wish that Black is the New Black hadn't been what it was. It kind of fell back into some bad patterns. But we've got a bunch of albums from both incarnations of the band now. You've got 1, 2, 3. So you've got 3 from the new version, and then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the old version. But it is what it is. Are you guys ready? It's that time. You know what time it is. The YMCA. Oh, I got fat arms, fat body, fat beard, fat bottom girls who make the rockin' world go round. Get on your bikes and ride. You guys know which one it is. It's coming for the greatest Everclear album of all time. We got coming in from my left, your right, or his upside down. We got Whoop. That's the back. And it is 97's Capitol Records, So Much for the Afterglow. This is where my love for this band started. And kicks off with the title track. This is a song about Susan. This is a way about the way things are. A song about the way things, everything to everyone is a brilliant single. Atariaxa media intro is a little bit strange, but I like it. Normal like you, I will never be normal like you. Tell me why you wanna be blind. I don't wanna be normal like you. I know now, every day I get closer to the place inside where I can be normal too. I will never be normal like you. Really got me through some tough times of middle school right here. I Will Buy You a New Life is one of the earlier singles that I heard. It might have been my introduction to this band. I don't really remember at this point. 23 years later, right? Very sad song, Father of Mine. Oh my gosh. Now I'm a father. Now I got a child of my own. And I swear I'm not gonna let her know all the pain I have known. My daddy gave me a name, and then he walked away. My daddy gave me a name. One Hit Wonder had a music video as well. Really great. Nice satire of themselves almost. El Distorto de Melodica was an instrumental, which you don't hear a lot on records anymore, but it was pretty dang good. Amphetamine, is about a girl moving out west. White Men in Black Suits is a really emotional song. And Sunflowers. Sunflowers is without a doubt one of my favorite songs of all time. And Why I Don't Believe in God is one of the most emotional tracks on here. It's about his mother having mental problems and basically a young child being pulled out of school for somebody to tell him that his mom had a nervous breakdown. And he runs away and tries to find out what's going on with his mom and where she went. Really disturbing, really emotionally connective material here. It ends with Like a California King, which is sort of an outlier on the album, but still pretty good. I've got a burnt copy in here because CD is that's what happens when you take a bite out of your CD. Check out this beautiful beach scene. Hey God, I wish that these guys would find a way to rekindle things, although I don't think they ever will. But yeah, Greg and Craig, what a cool band that this trio made. We're gonna take a look. Oh yeah. Okay. Pretty cool. Is that who is that? I wonder where that image is from. I wonder where any of these images are from. Amphetamine. Could be amphetamine right there. Sunflowers in your room. A little kid. Next to Why I Don't Believe in God. Art Alakakis has stated in the public that he is a Christian. I actually really enjoyed his single Jesus is a Democrat. Even though the title was sort of misleading because it sort of changes to Jesus was a liberal. He wasn't a Democrat, he was a liberal, which kind of makes more sense in the historical perspective of things. But pretty cool track. Everclear's got a lot of great songs on soundtracks. Local God from Scream 2 was a real highlight, so I suggest you listen to that one too. And then while we're here, I'm going to just bonus track right here. This is the greatest hits that came out right as they were breaking up. This is 10 Years Gone, the best of Everclear. 94 to 2004. Yeah, so they got some previously unreleased stuff on here, but you got Wonderful, Santa Monica, Everything to Everyone, AM Radio, Volvo Driving Soccer Mom, I Will Buy You a New Life, Learning How to Smile, Strawberry, Local God, which I just mentioned, Summerland, I didn't know it was a single of any kind, Fire Maple Song, When It All Goes Wrong Again, Father of Mine Radio Mix, The Boys Are Back in Town, a decent cover, Bleep Girl, Brown Eyed Girl, Bleep with a Movie Star, The Good Witch Gone Bad, The New Disease, The New York Times, Songs from an American Movie Part 1, and Rockstar. I'm not crazy about this track listing. I feel like there could have been a more consistent, just put the singles on here. A lot of this stuff was not singles. It was just kind of like random songs put together. I'm not sure who compiled this. The album cover is pretty cool. But, there's the CD. You got Everclear rocking out. Oh, that's a nice picture. That's a good one of the classic lineup, as you would call it. Okay, so yeah, those got like all the album covers on there. That's pretty cool. Or most of them. You got Slow Motion Daydream. Yeah, I'm not crazy about this Not crazy about this Greatest Hits album. Felt like it could be better. Could have been put together a little better, but at the same time, they were trying, I guess the record company and maybe Art were just trying to, the band was essentially over at this point in 2004, and they just wanted to maybe get some money while people still cared about Everclear. Because even though they're still around, they're not getting a lot of attention these days, which is sad because they were at one point my favorite band of all time. So I'm really trying to do a lot of content, guys. So if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment about who else you want me to review. You want me to try to tackle some of the side projects or the main projects now by these guys in Everclear. Please like and subscribe. I'm working really hard to do so many album rankings. It's insane. I'm probably going to do like 30 or 40 today. So you guys like and subscribe. I got some more albums to review. Bye.